All right, practice problem 4.1 is kind of a chisel looking thing. We'll go ahead with the millimeters. Origin is as indicated at the center and at the middle. So the polygon will come this way and the rest of the geometry goes the other way. Uh, Sketch lines, center lines, circles, extruded bus, extruded cut, fillets and chamfers, and then polygon tool to create the hex. So as far as our geometry, 1.5 at the tip, a little radius coming back at to blend the angle. 5 millimeter, 120 overall. So pretty much a cylinder and then a cut and a hexagon. So let's see what we can do with this. All right, so our new part millimeter. And we can start a sketch on the top plane based on the isometric. And not sure what just jumped there, so let's try again. Top plane, having a little bit of a lag then. All right, so diameter is 9. Okay, so that seems kind of small, but and then we'll use the scroll wheel to zoom up. And really don't need to put anything else in this geometry. We can go ahead and extrude it out 120 and reverse the direction so that we have our origin going in the right orientation. And then looking at this from the front, now if we were looking to be exactly like their view, see if I can drag that back in, the right plane, and so the flat is looking from the front. So let's go to the right plane, open up a sketch. We'll zoom up on the bottom, and again, wherever the pointer, the mouse pointer is located when you zoom, that's the center of the zoom. Probably should have put the center line in first, but let's go vertical, infinite length, and I'll just attach it to the origin. So again, the scroll wheel is just kind of a habit that I've developed of rather than trying to figure out or go to the zooms and try to make it. So, okay, we've sketched this. We're going to go to the continuous. I'm still in the line. I want a continuous tangent arc. So when I go back to the start point, I'm dragging in the direction that I think it should go. And we're placing that at the intersection to try to get that geometry line. All right, so again with the radial and diametral, when we pick the center line and any geometry on one side, we will get a radial or a half dimension, and on the other side the full dimension, and that is 1.5 millimeters. Our angle then is showing off of the outside, but should still be the same for the interior. We had a radius of 5. And let's see, the overall for the geometry then is 25. All right, so let's figure out why we did not go fully defined. Need to make sure to escape out of the dimension. And any point that is in blue, any of the geometry that's in blue that is able to move, that is an indicator of what we need to apply. So dragging it away, dragging it back, and letting it go coincident, that gives us the desired result. All right, so I'm going to go with the from the right to the left is going to get everything and crossing. So the center line, all of my geometry, and when we mirror the entities, we're going to get it immediately. If we go into the mirror command, then we're going to be selecting this geometry, and that could probably be a left to right, and exclude the center line, go to the mirror about, pick the center line, and it does the same thing. So to keep in mind that we are in the middle of the part, this is going to have to go both directions. So when we perform the extrude cut, we're looking at a through all both, and both just activates direction 2 and does a through all as well, and that gives us our chisel point. Let's see, there is a little bit of a chamfer, so chamfers and radiuses go in last. And we'll generate the polygon. It defaults to a hex, probably is the most common. Again, if we're trying to make this exactly like the model, I'm going to pick one of these lines and make it horizontal. If I lose my frame of reference, I can always go Control 7. Yeah, that looks like we're going to end up with the geometry and a 6 millimeter across the flats. So we can either pick from line to line, or since we're an inscribed circle, we can pick that circle to generate that geometry. Extrude up 20 millimeters, accept it, and then we'll pick the edge, and we're going to see the chamfer, or if you're looking for it under the command manager, you have to do the little pull down underneath the fillet, and then we can chamfer. And that chamfer is 1 millimeter. So we go ahead and make sure that we're in the dimension. Let's see, for the chamfers, we have a couple of different ways to create it. So angle and distance, distance and distance, and then there are some advanced face to face and offset from the face. So typically it's going to be 45 degrees and have our geometry. 7393. Let's see how close we got. Again, if you're doing this geometry, these are good references, but I'm missing as much as I'm hitting the numbers. So if they don't come out exactly, I'm not real worried about it. All right, so let's go ahead and save our next level 4 project. So I want to save, but we want to go up in our project to, I'm doing assignment 5, so this is going to be create a new folder, AO5, and then I don't particularly like the decimal points. It's an old DOS thing. I don't like the decimal points in the name of the file, so we either do an underscore or a dash, and that saves our part. And then we can wrap this one up.